So yeah, today wanted to give some initial impressions on Ghost of Yotei today after my first 10 hours of gameplay or so. Ghost of Yotei has some big shoes to fill, okay? And it's not just because Jin Sakai is one of my personal favorite PlayStation protagonists of all time. It's because Ghost of Tsushima didn't just raise the bar. You know, it defined what an open world samurai game could be. So today let's chat about how it's living up to that legacy so far. Or if it's just a familiar mask with a new name. Well, what's up everybody, this is 5 to 9 Games, your after work gaming stop for news, reviews, previews, all that fun stuff. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Glad to have you back. So my experience and opinion so far, Yotei is improved in almost every area, save one. So be sure to stick around for that. But we'll start with the combat mechanics, since a friend of mine is one of the combat designers of Yotei at Sucker Punch. Right off the bat, Ghost of Yotei gameplay feels similar in a great way. I love Tsushima, I platinumed it. The combat still has that smooth yet sharp, deliberate rhythm that makes every encounter personal. Parrying, dodging, countering, assassinations, decapitations, it's all still there. One of the first things I noticed though was the removal of the stance system, which I loved in Tsushima, don't get me wrong. It's replaced with weapon types, which serves as a similar role as the stances, and each weapon type has its own advantages and disadvantages against enemies, so you can switch between those weapons depending on what kind of enemy you're facing and what weapons they have. So very similar, but just in my opinion adds a little bit more variety to the combat. There's also a new really cool disarm mechanic. So when an enemy shows like a yellow glint on their weapon, you can counter it to disarm them. You can also throw the enemy items that have been dropped at them for a lot of damage. So that's a new little twist whenever you're just flowing through combat, and you can disarm them, you can pick it up, you can throw it at them. They definitely nailed that. And apparently there's a new wolf companion that's going to be with you throughout your journey. You're going to be able to partner up with that wolf in certain moments, and you can use more of your talent points to have that wolf join you in a battle more frequently if you're a companion fan. And me personally, I'm a companion fan. Well, over here, Buddy, my dog, he's my companion, right? He's an Aussie Lab. Big companion guy. Love when games, add those kinds of mechanics. Difficulty, it's there for sure. On some duels, I've died multiple times, even on normal difficulty. This game is going to require your attention, your focus, your resources, precise timing with your parries, and even more so in those higher difficulties. But overall, I think they've done an excellent job honoring what made Tsushima's combat great and evolving it by adding some new tricks and optionality and variety in the combat. And when it comes to open world and exploration, I mean, what can I say here? It looks great, especially on my PS5 Pro here. I'm not a tech bro. I don't pretend to be a tech bro. I just know it looks good, okay? It's beautiful, it's sharp, the world looks amazing. Let's be clear, Sucker Punch knows what they are doing here. They designed 2 beautiful open worlds. I think this is yet another example of where Yotei has done a great job just building upon Tsushima's greatness with some new features. For example, when exploring, something new is that you can use a spyglass to identify your points of interest ahead of time, so you can map them out on your journey. And that's something you'll want to do because Yotei's got all the vistas, okay? There's a lot of very beautiful places that you can explore. There's always some point of interest to distract you and pull you away from your objective. That's most of what my 10 hours has been doing. It's just been bebopping around to these different points of interest. Good news, I'm not getting vapid, stale, Ubisoft-like open world experience from this. It's quite the opposite, but who knows? I might be saying something different 50 hours in, but so far so good. Oh, and by the way, special shout out to the Watanabe mode. It's a lo-fi, jazzy, hip-hop gameplay mode. In the Watanabe mode, there's special, chill lo-fi soundtracks while exploring the open world, and other faster-paced lo-fi tunes for combat. Highly recommend it if you want to change up the normal soundtrack. I have been absolutely loving it. So the only area where I can critique this game, and it's not even really a critique, it's just a matter of personal preference on style than a real critique, is the story and the narrative direction. While in Tsushima, I loved that Jin constantly had that back and forth battle with his conscience and his uncle about honor and breaking his code for the overall greater good. Well, in Yotei, you know, Atsu is a straight up baddie. You know, she's all about revenge. She's all about avenging her family, murdering the Yotei Six, and she's on a mission, right? She's gonna go get it done one way or the other. That is her focus, potentially to her demise. I do not know yet. I haven't played the full story. We'll see. But up to 10 hours in Tsushima, I recall being completely gripped by that narrative. I can't say that yet for Yotei, but that's okay because I'm enjoying it regardless. So yeah, Ghost of Yotei to me feels like a worthy successor. Loving the combat, loving the gameplay, loving exploring the beautiful open world. Oh, and chef's kiss to that lo-fi mode. Definitely try that out if you haven't already. The only thing in there is that I'm not resonating with Atsu as much as I was with Jin, but Jin was just an absolute crusher. Like Jin, I miss Jin. It's okay. Maybe I'll fall in love with Atsu like I did with Jin. Who knows? Time will tell. But anyway, I need to get off this video and start playing again. So let me know your thoughts. Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk together about your first impressions in the comments. I really want to have a dialogue about that with you. And if you found this breakdown useful, you might just like this next video. But be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for more gaming content 5 to 9. I love you all. Goodbye.